having fear or anxiety when you are in the pitch or before being in the pitch, whereby comfortability comes after an action or after the game. That's when now the nerves settle down. That's when now the pressure comes down after the results. Those results might be positive or negative, depending with the game. So phobia, it's something that has affected even players whom we watch. One of the world best players like Lionel Messi, at some point, Naena used to experience phobia. According to the history, they said when he misses one penalty, he develops phobia. So it's not only happens to young players who are being developed right now, like in your case. No, even the top-notch players, sometimes, they experience phobia. So it's a normal thing. But this normal thing, we have to fight it. How do we fight it now? Okay, for instance, when we can talk about strikers. How can we fight phobia as a striker? You remember the training that we were doing yesterday as strikers? Could you count how many times of repetition which we did? We did it time and again, time and again, time and again, time and again, time and again. Not until we had to perfect what we are working on. Yes. So, repetition is one way how you can fight phobia in football. You need to repeat. If you are working on scoring using maybe technique, you need to repeat time and again. Now, how can we define a repetition of the same thing in the pitch? Well, I mean, during the game, the due day, bola ireteka. Now, how can we do the repetition? Well, it's very simple. Bola ireteka, we expect to make mistakes. Stay for fin? Yes. We expect to make mistakes. When we make the mistake, we should not communicate psychologically to say, inyapa chapwafio. If inapanga, nanguba coach bana kalipa, you don't need to develop that mind. Ngamulete ya bora. Repeat the same thing that you felt. Now what feel kuma just in short. Tell yourself, narauma geni imbi. Yes. Wafirwa, here number 2. Tell yourself and convince your mind. Again in Deuma. Here number 3, wafirwa. Again, tell yourself. Repeat by talking to yourself. The third one, walaisa umepora yara injira. Not what we experienced last week. Shkof, waingira. Wafiro kuma one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Mind yo yambo kwe bati. Apanga mistake apa. The moment whatever we mwine mutimati na apanga mistake, then you start building on the instinct of failing. The instinct of failing. That's why as a striker, it's very important sometimes when you get on the ball, even you try to shoot from afar so that you develop that confidence. I'm not only talking to the striker. I'm also talking to the defender. I'm also talking to the midfielder. Because in a game, I think there is only one position which does not change. But again, to some extent, it also changes. For instance, a goalkeeper, sometimes becoming an attacker, isn't it? Tetwa mona po goalkeeper wesu auma apa apera